We've got a 12-round lightweight bout featuring the rugged Pitbull against an undefeated California fighter who's really got roots back to the Windy City. So let's go back ringside. Here's Morrow.
All right, BC, thank you very much. We are set for this matchup at 135 pounds, scheduled for 12 rounds. Cruz against Giovanni Cabrera. For the 29-year-old Cabrera, trained by the legendary Freddie Roach in Hollywood, California. This is his first scheduled 12-round fight. He's coming off a one-year layoff. In his most recent bout last July in Minnesota, won a 10-round unanimous decision against Gabriel Flores Jr. He dropped Flores twice in the first round, once in the fifth, and won on all three scorecards for his biggest victory. He has faced and beaten 7 previously undefeated fighters. Now, he's not facing an undefeated fighter in Cruz, but Cruz is someone with a lot of powers, recorded back-to-back knockouts since going the distance with Gervonta Davis. Well, one of Cruz's nicknames, Mexican Mike Tyson, and the legendary former heavyweight champ says he thinks Cruz reminds him most of how he used to fight in the current era of boxing. Built a lot like Tyson with a short height, Cruz a guy who was constantly coming forward, working his way in close, winging bombs to the head and body in combination form. He is coming off the longest layoff of his career, 328 days. But he's coming off a second-round knockout win. And again, his only mission is to get a rematch with Gervonta Davis. Went the distance with Davis, but with all due respect, Davis did injure his powered left hand early in the fight. But for Cruz, that's his goal. He has to get past Cabrera and hopes to get another big money fight.
And we'll look at the numbers as he looks to secure that goal. We'll see how he can do tonight with Cabrera. Now, the normal height, the average height of a lightweight is 5'8". Well, Cruz, much smaller. And also, he is giving away a lot of reach, as he always does in every single fight. His dimensions are more flyweight than they are lightweight. But he gets another thing that's important, and that is W's. He's got lots of wins. Cabrera will try and use his height and reach tonight.
With the official introductions, here once again is Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Well, fans, from the T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas, Nevada, Premier Boxing Champions continues the action, this time with our co-main event of the evening. It is sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook. Action so good, why bet on boxing anywhere else? And Strays, the new R-rated comedy. Strays is in theaters August 11th. This bout is sanctioned by the WBA supervisor Jose Oliver Gomez, the WBC supervisor Michel Salomon, and the WBO supervisor Gustavo Olivieri. Introducing our 3 judges scoring from ringside: from Connecticut, Glenn Feldman; from Canada, Benoit Roussel; and from Connecticut, Don Trella. Introducing our 3rd man to the ring, our referee in charge of this bout, Thomas Taylor. All right, fans, here we go with the co-main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the WBA and WBC lightweight world title, Eliminator, and WBO Latino title. Introducing to you first on my right, fighting out of the red corner, wearing white trunks with gold trim, fighting out of Hollywood, California, by way of Chicago, Illinois. He weighed in at 134 1/4 pounds. He is undefeated in his campaign to the ring with a record of 21 wins, no losses, and 7 wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome the undefeated, battle-ready WBA world-ranked lightweight contender, introducing Giovanni Cabrera. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner in this world title, Eliminator, and Latino title, wearing white trunks trimmed in red, hailing from Mexico City, La Ciudad de Mexico. He weighed in at 134.5 pounds with a record of 24 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw. He has 17 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the former world title challenger, currently ranked at WBC number 3 and WBA number 5 lightweight in the world, introducing the electrifying and popular battler, Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Once again, our referee in charge, now to give instructions, Thomas Taylor.
Let's go, gentlemen. Okay, gentlemen, belt lines are high on both sides, so we're gonna go middle letters here, top of the letters here. You both got my instructions in the back. Protect yourselves at all times, listen to my commands. Touch them up, back to your corner, gentlemen.
Referee Thomas Taylor with 13 years pro experience, working his 543rd professional bout. Isaac Cruz is promoted by the legend, Manny Pacquiao, who of course was trained by another legend, Freddie Roach. They're on opposite sides of the ring tonight. Manny Pacquiao here to support his fighter, Isaac Cruz, and of course take in tonight's much anticipated main event.
You ready? You ready?
The bell in round 1, the southpaw Cabrera undefeated, 21-0 with only 7 KOs, however. Conversely, Pitbull Cruz 24-2-1 with 17 knockouts. Cruz making his Las Vegas debut, and as always he said, I'm coming for the knockout.
Another irony is that Cabrera sparred many rounds with Manny Pacquiao when he was at the Wild Card Gym. So here he sparred with the promoter of Isaac Cruz. You can't say that very often.
And now he said the hardest punch he's ever taken was a straight punch to the liver from Pacquiao.
Of course, and I would take much pride in that. As far as Cruz, in the fighter meeting, we asked, hey, are you going to jab your way in? Definitely, Cabrera has the reach advantage, and he said, nope. I'm going to hook my way inside. It definitely is what he's doing right now.
Cabrera, speaking of sparring, sparred with Elvis Rodriguez, who's a 140-pounder, a lot recently, and he said, you know what, I don't think Cruz is going to hit me harder than Elvis did. We just saw Elvis recently get a big win over Victor Postol, in which he stopped him.
And while we put a button then on the sparring sessions, he's also sparred with none other than the undisputed champion in this division, Devin Haney.
Yeah.
So a lot of quality sparring over the years for the 29-year-old Giovanni Cabrera. Meanwhile, for Cruz, again coming off that long layoff, has gone back to his knockout ways in his last couple of fights. At 5'4", the shortest 135-pounder in the lightweight top 10, number 3 in the ring rankings.
We just saw Cabrera hold a little bit. He will do that when Cruz gets on the inside, and he was even penalized a point for holding a couple fights ago. So Thomas Taylor, who is in fact one of the best referees in boxing, will certainly be watching that.
Yeah, I mean, if you could get away with it, of course you want to try and do that. But so far, Cabrera doing a really good job with that jab, the distance. I don't like the hands, they're a little bit low, but definitely staying away from Cruz.
Cruz facing his 3rd left-handed opponent in his last 4 fights, and the 6th of his professional career. Cabrera's been described as a spider, and when he clinches, an octopus.
Yeah, Cabrera is, Abner read the point, he is doing exactly what he wants to do here in round 1, using his height and reach, using enough movement, still throwing punches.
Definitely Cruz fights like the smaller guy, always trying to get inside. Not much head movement, it's more the high guard, walking his way inside Cruz. But again, a jab will help him, even though he says that he doesn't want to.
And remember, Muhammad Ali dubbed Ernie Terrell the octopus for his serial clinching. So that's where we get the connection, the connective tissue. Lead left hand upstairs by Cruz. Final seconds of the opening round, the stalking Cruz looking to land a shot before the end of the bell.
Yeah, sang an Ernie Terrell song 2 nights ago. All right, let's take a look at the keys to victory for these two fighters as we
Was it a tap or an intro? Sorry, continue.
Cruz wants to get on the inside if he can, as we've pointed out. He wants to use the double left hook. Yeah, maybe don't hook your way in, but when you get in there, use that double left hook. And the overhand right, a big power punch for him. Can he get himself in a position to throw it? And for Cabrera, sometimes he lunges in when he throws a left hand. Didn't do that in round one. Wants to control the range. He certainly achieved that in the first round. And then look for this. When Cruz gets close, the check right hook from Cabrera can be a big one.
Number 2, all the way back, all the way back, all the way back.
Round number 2. Immediately, Cabrera flashes the long range jab with Cruz landing a hook to the body. But Cabrera will try to keep Cruz at bay with that long stick.
Yeah, it is time for Cruz to start slipping those punches, or at least try to counter or slip and counter Cabrera's long reach. Again, Cruz is going to try to work his way inside. But Cabrera, I like it. I like that movement. That's a southpaw, using the entire ring.
A deep division with the aforementioned undisputed champ Devin Haney, Tank Davis, Shakur Stevenson, Vasily Lomachenko, and hey, Frank Martin on the run.
Oh, yeah. He had a tough win again in a recent fight that was a great fight.
Again, Cruz going upstairs with that lunging lead left. Up jab against the much taller Cabrera.
There you go. Abner Mares maybe made an impression on him at the fighter meeting. He used that jab to work his way in.
I mean, it's got to come out as some type of instinct too. I mean, you got to work your way inside with the jab. But Cabrera's got to take advantage when Cruz lunges in. Oh, that was kind of low, but you know, try to punch when Cruz punches at the same time.
Left hook to the body, but winging the punches, and here Cabrera again clinches, and some accidental headbutt, but referee warning Cabrera about holding just past the midway point of the second.
Cruz normally 40% of the punches he lands are body punches. He hasn't really been in a position to do that yet in this fight. We'll certainly be looking for that.
Well, Cabrera threw 62 punches in the opening round, about half of that here in round 2, with Cruz beginning to put the pressure on more, walking him down. Lead left uppercut lands for Cabrera.
And he got away with that jab. He was pushing with that jab. You can't push. You got to throw it.
And Cruz has to be careful. Belt line, and the referee on cue warning him about that. Nice counter right hand upstairs by Cruz. There's that check right hook from Cabrera from the southpaw position. He is left-handed, but will frequently switch stances, much like someone we will see in the main event, who may be the best switch hitter that I've ever seen in boxing, at Terrence Bud Crawford.
It's a very good point. Very few have ever done it better than him, if any.
Good job.
Cabrera, he's keeping his punch total up there. You know, in round 2, he's throwing more than Cruz, so he's continuing, even though not all of them are meaningful punches, he's still being busy.
Yeah, much more punches from Cabrera. Cruz in the mid-30s for both first rounds and looking to find a way in. All right, let's there's a lot of bravery in Sin City, and people filing in for this co-main and main event. Sold out crowd, and of course all of them here to see the main event. So as usual, getting up close and personal at the VIP party, and just looking to be fashionably late.
Yes.
The luminaries in attendance, but hey, they missed some good action tonight, those that are coming in right now. Round number 3.
Brian alluded to the fact that Cabrera raised in several places, in Leon, Mexico, Seattle, Chicago, my hometown, and you know, he was a good amateur boxer in Chicago, and that gave him the feeling that he belonged and could be a professional.
Well, we thought, Abner, the pressure of Cruz would make it difficult for Cabrera, but Cabrera showing that he's very mobile and looking to keep that swarming Cruz off him.
Yeah, the pressure is going to be there from Cruz, but definitely not bothering Cabrera because, I mean, Cruz is just going in head first. He's not throwing any punches. He's not making it difficult for Cabrera. Again, Cabrera using the entire ring at ease because, again, Cruz not coming in with the jab.
The question in this fight will be, can Cabrera do enough offensively to convince the judges that he's not just moving?
Well, his hit and move style and that left-handed stance giving Cruz some problems.
Yeah, because even though Cabrera is using the ring, boxing good, he's not throwing much, and he's landing right now as we speak. So, again, Cruz pressure, Cabrera not throwing as much in this third round.
Let him go. Let him go.
Series of body shots in close from Cruz.
And when he gets just close enough, Cabrera is holding every single time, but he's trying to release quick enough so that Thomas Taylor doesn't take a point away, which happened a few fights ago.
Giovanni, you're holding way too much, man. You can't hold, right?
I think he heard you.
Can't hold. Let's go.
We just heard Taylor do that. Yeah.
Oh, there's that lead left again by Cruz, looking to make up the distance, the range. Left hook to the body, right hand upstairs to Cabrera, standing straight up.
And again, I know Cabrera's trying to stay away from danger when he makes Cruz miss that left hook, but that's a perfect opportunity for him to counter right there.
And Cruz continues to invest to the body, continues to land the left hook to the liver, and that will pay dividends if he continues down that track the later this fight goes.
Yeah, when he gets that left hand in to the body, it's going to set up the double left hook as well for him. And there he did it again, Cruz.
That's a good way to start your way in, Cruz. Body to the, I'm sorry, shot to the body and then move your way up to the head.
Oh, a clash of styles that's already involved a few clash of heads, and 15 seconds left here in the third. They're getting up close and personal physically. Now they need to do more so with the punches as we complete 3 rounds here, scheduled for 12 at 135 pounds.
Time right there. I don't know about diving in with the head, but just watch your holding, all right?
You're in way too much momentum. Yeah. All right, let's start backing him up with a jab. You straight punch, they're there for you all night long. All right, step in double jab, right hand, okay? All right. Don't let him get momentum, because if you're on the ropes and it doesn't look good, okay? Back him up, okay? All right, let's go.
Okay, he's holding your lap. So now you have to change a little bit and start working downstairs. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4 times, 4 shots.
That's Isaac Cruz's dad, Isaac Sr., who fought champions Vernon Forrest and Junior Witter. His granddad, Mimo Cruz, beat world champions Pepino Cuevas and Alfredo Escalera. So third generation boxer Isaac Pitbull Cruz getting the instructions from his dad. Meanwhile, Freddie Roach in Cabrera's corner, he wants him to stay off the ropes and start to thwart the momentum, the pressure of Isaac Cruz. Easier said than done, of course.
Pretty sure that Isaac Cruz was not going to become an accountant. I don't know why, I just feel it.
Hey, you like to count those big dollars that are potentially, hey, true. Made a few, that big payday against Davis.
That's true.
Counting some money, and that's why he wants to get a big knockout tonight, because he wants a big fight. So, I mean, make a statement, but against Cabrera, making it difficult for Cruz.
Yeah, it's a tough matchup because of the height and the length of Cabrera and the way Cabrera fights.
Yeah, totally different styles for sure.
Yeah, so you're looking as good as you want to look. It's not like somebody's standing in the pocket in front of you.
What have you noticed? Oh, sorry, I'll finish.
No, that's okay. I was just going to say Thomas Taylor has done something important in this fight by warning Cabrera early and being on top of him. Cabrera's not feeling confident to hold as much, so it's allowing the fight to be have a little more action.
Abner, what are the biggest takeaways so far here as we, halfway through round 4? Anything that's catching your eye, that's surprising you by each fighter, or anything you're noticing?
In this fourth fight, I'm noticing that Cabrera's sitting down more on his punches. He's in the center of the ring, trying to push Cruz back. I mean, if you can't do that for a while, you can't, but he's got to stay on the outside. You can't let Cruz inside. There it is. Again, I keep saying, he makes a miss. You got to make him pay with these straight punches, Cabrera.
Boy, you're right, though. He wants to stand there and see if he can maybe make something happen offensively with him. And as Mo talked about in the fight, previous fight, he knocked somebody down in the first 7 seconds of the first round. So he can knock people down.
Yeah, he's coming off the biggest and most impressive win of his career. Giovanni Cabrera remaining unbeaten at 21-0, but looking to put himself in the mix against Pitbull Cruz, who he burst on the scene. Remember, San Antonio, there's that left hand, and he blitzed Diego Magdaleno to really announce himself on the biggest stage and landed a hard left hand. He got rid of Magdaleno in 53 seconds.
Oh, that was devastating the way he did that. And now that left hook is getting there.
Devastating.
Yeah.
And again, I know that's Cabrera's style, but he's got to be careful. We got to put those hands up. He's got them too low.
And he decided to stay in the pocket in this round, and he paid for it with those 2 big left hooks.
Cabrera considers himself a student of the game, been studying guys like Willie Pep, Sugar Ray Robinson, Jake LaMotta, and Roberto Duran. Talk about a murderous row right there of high-quality talent. You'll learn a thing or two studying those legends.
Well, the left hook is a terrific weapon for him. He threw it from way back up. Boy, that was a beauty. A little roundhouse, but it still had a lot of power in it, and Cabrera took that punch pretty well. And here he is with that hook getting in, and I mean, that was a terrific punch, and Cabrera was able to take it and got hit with a couple of good left hooks in that round.
Let's go.
I feel good. Let's go. Let's go ahead. Let's get that win. Come on.
Set for round number 5 through 4. Cruz has outlanded Cabrera 32-12 in terms of power punches.
So Cruz normally only throws 11 jabs per round. Tonight he's being extra economical with that punch. He's thrown a total of 28 over 4 rounds, but he is getting his way inside a little bit better.
Yeah, since the last round he was able to get in a lot better. Speaking of Cruz, and another thing that I'm noticing, he's ripping to the body really well.
Cabrera goes downstairs with a left hand, trying to utilize the jab. There's a lead right down the, or make that left from the southpaw down the middle. And clinches again with Cruz. Cruz trying to fight his way out of the clinch.
Let's go.
The rope kind of helped him there. Cabrera bounced back into Cruz's body and got him really close, and Cruz was not able to land any punches.
Cruz trying to find the range and trying to land that money shot upstairs with a left hook.
You know, Cruz has landed a real nice right hand. Cabrera has shown the ability thus far to stand up to the power punches of Cruz.
Never been down as a pro.
Yep.
Neither fighter has been down as a professional. Minute 45 left in the 5th. Left hook from Cruz as Cabrera circles to his right.
You can feel Cruz getting a better feel for this fight. When he gets on the inside, he's starting to unleash the body punches, getting in some hooks and overhand rights to the head as well.
Good. I kind of like him there right now, but he's got to be careful. Yeah, he's got to be careful. He's got his hands too low. Got to keep Cruz busy with the jab.
Cruz goes downstairs to the body with the right hand. There's a stab jab to the midsection by Cabrera, left hook. Cruz missed with a counter left. There's another straight left hand down the middle by Cabrera. Minute left here in round number 5. We are scheduled for 12 in the lightweight division.
Let's go.
Cruz is having a very good 5th round here. I mean, he's landed some significant punches.
Oh, sharp jab on the nose and a couple right hands and left, and Cruz landed some hard shots, and Cabrera maintains low hands and again gets caught upstairs and refuses to raise his hands. And he continues to get punched in the face. Unbelievable.
Ooh, some work with the head by Cruz. And
referee warning him. The Pitbull.
Don't do that again.
Fans not happy with that unsportsmanlike behavior. There's a right hand from Cabrera, but he's got to keep those hands up as we go to round 6 here at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas.
Time.
Well, Cruz had some really, really good moments in that last round. That uppercut. And, you know, Cabrera keeps his hand down, as Mauro pointed out, and so Cruz is more than happy to continue to throw. And then here's where it appeared that Cruz was kind of frustrated with some action here, being held a little bit, and he's going to use his head kind of pushing it in there. There he is. And and Thomas Taylor very quick to try to stop that kind of behavior.
The hand that's free. Start hitting with that one. Let's go. In this round, he falls. Let's go. Go get him. And the upper's inside.
Papa Cruz imploring his son to go for it. His son known for that grinding style, heavy with his steady pressure. He's got a stout chin. And of course, we've seen that vaunted power of Isaac Cruz's in the past.
Yeah, a guy that doesn't give up, he keeps coming. A guy that's looking for heavy shots in the to the head.
Are you talking about Isaac Cruz or Errol Spence Jr. that we'll see in the main event tonight?
Ooh,
nice.
And again, you would think that Cabrera is noticing that those punches are landing and you want to put your hands up, but he's not.
I think Cabrera felt coming into this fight that when he landed some of the straight lefts, that he would stop Cruz enough and make enough of a dent so that he could control him, but it hasn't really happened.
Stop.
Nice body work there by Cruz.
You got to get those punches up, man. You all right?
You say nice body work while he gets scored, but I agree with you.
I thought it was a good
I agree with you on that one as well. Cruz marches forward and lands another left hand. Cabrera throws a combination, but no starch with his punches compared to Cruz's. And again, 7 knockouts for Cabrera, 21-0, 17 for Pitbull. Looking for his 18th right there, but Cabrera, he's got a stout chin. Took that shot well.
Yeah, he's taking many shots already, Cabrera, but still standing right in front of Cruz.
And I think the key will be the moment or two ago we saw a really nice body punch by Cruz. I think if he's really going to hurt Cabrera, it's maybe going to be to the body.
And Cabrera continues to play with fire, hands low. He continues to get tagged upstairs, but continues to stay in the pocket, throw punches. Cruz with a high guard, and it was. You would have expected Cabrera to use a tight guard against a guy like Cruz. Anything but.
Feel a little bit confident right here too. Cabrera pushing Cruz back. Despite taking those shots, he said, hey, I can take them. I'm pushing you back now.
And it continues to be the body work of Isaac Cruz. 30 seconds left in the first half of this 12-round affair.
All right, stop. Time. Get over there. Guys, I need some tape on this. Get some tape. No coaching, just tape. Both sides. Come here, good. Hey, what place? Don't move. Good. Next glove. Stay right there, man. Let's go, guys. Gotta go. All right, that's good, that's good.
Well, this will definitely
Get over there, get over there, get over there.
help Cabrera.
Ready? Time in.
Few moments respite from the pressure of Isaac Cruz.
Stop the momentum that Cruz had going there, but again, it's things that happen in boxing.
And that left hand happens for Isaac Cruz again. But the power, not really able to dent Cabrera yet.
Cruz working with the overhand right, we're going to see a beauty that gets in. And, you know, that punch has landed on a number of occasions. Cabrera has managed to withstand it. That and the left hooks as well. And at the end of the round, again, the right hand would get in. And Cruz is landing that punch with impunity, but Cabrera amazingly able to deal with it. And, you know, Cruz has had knockouts his last couple fights, went several without a knockout, though.
Yes.
All right, it's all he's getting really tired. Let's go. This side. Take him out.
Abner, is Cruz finding the right leverage on those shots, catching Cabrera flush, but I'm wondering, is he, you know, the power has to create more leverage because, as Al mentioned, yeah, known as a knockout fighter, but he's gone the distance a few times too, which granted can happen, but is his power as much as it's cracked up to be, Abner Matas?
I think that Cruz is not so much of a one-punch hitter. It's a common accumulation of punches. A guy that likes to work the body. Again, there, clear example. He landed a beautiful shot, but Cabrera took it well.
No punch. Let's go.
At the midway point of the fight, our unofficial score, Steve Farhood has Cruz ahead.
And that is really the way this fight went. You know, at the beginning, Cabrera looked like he had a pretty good first round, and from that point on, for the most part, it's been Cruz.
All right.
You see what Cabrera was doing in that first and even that second round was that he was churning Cruz, and then he just stopped.
There's a left and right from Cruz. Cabrera just throwing punches, not a lot of steam behind them. Again, not known as a power puncher, but needs to ramp up the offense and shore up the defense upstairs.
But even then, you know, Cabrera, you got the reach advantage. You want to frustrate Cruz. You land those 2-3 punches and then leave. Get out of there. You don't have to stay.
And Cruz just winding up, not setting up the punch, just lunging and trying to land, trying to hit Cabrera like a home run. And Cabrera caught him with the right coming in.
Yeah, and you're talking about leverage. You know, when he throws to the body, Cruz gets better leverage on the power, and not as much to the head. Of course, he's punching,
so far up. Exactly.
I was going to say that. Amazing.
You're right. Oh, there's a left hand, and again, Cabrera takes it, Abner.
He took it well. Just when I was going to say that Cabrera is having his moment when having Cruz on the ropes, but Cruz just found that beautiful left hook.
There's a three-punch combination by Cabrera, but Cruz caught most of that off his high guard.
Giovanni, let the arm go. Let it go. Work on it. All right, stop. No punch.
Nice jab. See, you want to keep jabbing to the body if you're Cabrera. It kind of opens up the guard of Cruz, and then you throw the left hand.
Pull it out. Let the arm go. Let it go, guys. All right, stop. No punch. Listen for that bell, gentlemen. Time right there. Good job. Let's go, guys. Gotta go. Number 8. Okay.
This is round 8, scheduled for 12 at 135 pounds. Isaac Cruz's pressure, his body work, and those power shots to the face have been effective, but Cabrera has well, warned them well, but he has to be careful. He is playing with fire.
Yes, and another thing is that Cruz really still hasn't found his rhythm.
No.
He's landed a few shots, overhand rights, overhand lefts, but once he gets into that rhythm, ooh, be careful.
And of course, that lead foot battle will always be paying attention to as well, Al.
Yeah, and you know, Cruz coming into this fight after a career-long layoff, and I think part of this is him kind of getting against a tall, rangy, left-handed opponent. He's trying to get that rhythm down, Abner, as you point out, and he's had really good moments and won virtually most of these rounds, certainly.
Well, Cabrera said that he knows Cruz is the best opponent he's faced. He knows he has a strong will and a lot of fire. Cabrera told us, my plan is to meet that fire with his own.
And he's done it at times.
Yeah, like he is now. And he actually had a pretty decent last round, Cabrera. It's intriguing.
Yeah, but right now is Cruz being, some type of playing peekaboo.
Yeah, he's probably looking to uncork one of those overhand rights.
Unofficial scorer Steve Farhood has things tightening up, but through the first half of the fight, Cruz's 79 landed punches were body shots, so he has made that early investment. Now here we are in round 8, and it's Cabrera trying to build some momentum of his own. There's a good combination, the straight left right hook from Cabrera. There's another overhead right by Cruz to the job Cabrera, but Cabrera just barely flinches.
No, I think that one did hurt Cabrera.
Time. Get over there. Come here. You're using that head purposely. Don't do it. Got 1 point using the head.
Wow.
1 point using the head. 1 point headbutt. Don't do it again. Okay. I'm not going to stand for that shit anymore, all right? Okay. Stop. You okay?
Stern warning from the referee.
And a point deduction.
And a point deduction for Pitbull using his head, but not in the ring IQ way.
You know what's fascinating?
Literally.
Normally you expect a fighter that's probably behind in the fight to use a tactic like that. In this case, it came from Cruz. And Thomas Taylor, I'm on the Thomas Taylor bandwagon as a terrific referee, and he's right at doing that. That could create a big injury.
It's incredible that Cruz lands these flush shots, but Cabrera continues to punch back, and another overhand right.
And you know what it is that Cruz, even though he's landing really big shots,
can't get leverage on it.
Can't get leverage on him. But again, there is moments of frustrations, and that's why he started doing those.
Look at that! Now he might have rattled him a bit. Cabrera standing straight up. Cruz going to work, but Cabrera taking these shots. It's incredible.
And that's the rhythm we're talking about.
And this has got to really be frustrating, Cruz, because Cabrera's standing right in front of him, saying, "Is that all you got?" We head to round 9, another overhand right. Unbelievable. The punch resistance of Giovanni Cabrera.
Well, we'll revisit the moment when a point was taken away. Well, that's, you have,
3, 4, 5.
He's upset that he was getting held a little bit.
That's
but
what I thought it was at first, but you're right, not at all. He tried to sell it.
It wasn't, yes, he got extremely upset, and, that was not probably warranted.
My goodness.
And the overhand rights fest continued. And I think you made the point that the overhand rights in that last round made a bigger impact on Cabrera.
At least he's blinking here after taking the shots from Cruz. Unbelievable, man.
And you need to do the same that you did in the last round, and he'll be gone. He's done. Let's go for it. You have it in it. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, Cabrera usually using tricky movement, likes to come up with punching patterns that look to confuse his opponent, and he's got the jab. There's Cruz going back to the body. And there's that catapult right hand. Left hook to the body, left hook upstairs, and a series of rights, right uppercut, and a volley of punches from Isaac Cruz.
That was 3, 4 consecutive right hands from Cruz. Again, a guy that once he gets that rhythm going, there's no stopping him. The only way to stop that is if Cabrera starts throwing that jab and gets back on that distance.
Unofficial score, Steve Hart had the last round because of the point deduction, 9-9.
Interesting. So I guess he felt Cabrera might have done enough in that round to be ahead, if not for the point deduction.
A minute 58 left here in the 9th. And I mean, we see what Cabrera has withstood, and there's another punch that he withstands. I mean, flush to the face. Now, talk about adjustments Cabrera has to make in order to try to get some offense going, Abner.
Well, offense, I mean, he has to let off his punches. After the jab, you got to let go of the left hand. Combinations, move sideways, keep Cruz turning, something that he was doing really well in the beginning, but he stopped. And Cruz, I mean, Cruz is just going to keep coming, and he's got to keep working those overhand rights and lefts.
And Cabrera has never been 12 rounds. Of course, we're in the 9th now, and it's been scheduled for 12. And Cruz has been 12 rounds twice, 1-1. His loss, of course, to Gervonta Davis, in what was an excellent effort by him.
Well, plenty of questions going into this in terms of how the styles would mesh and how it would play out, and a frustrating fight for Cruz, for sure.
Now, there was a different approach. Instead of using his head to bash Cabrera, he tapped him on the back, did Cruz, like the referee would be tapping him to break him.
There it is again. He did, yeah.
So I'll try this approach, more cerebral.
Lead left hook again upstairs by Cruz. 5-4 against 5-9, and one of the biggest reasons, because while the punches are landing, not the thudding power he's used to. And this Cabrera just, I mean, at distance, just touching up Cruz.
No power behind those punches, pushing most of them. I mean, and Cruz will take them. I mean, he's close to his guard, but once given the opportunity, he will land those big shots.
And Cruz's defense is built on that high guard, and he does a good job with it.
Let the arm go, Giovanni. Let go. Listen for that bell, gentlemen. Go, take us down. Mouthpiece in. 10. Number 10. I got you. Gentlemen.
Round number 10, and now revisiting your keys for Isaac Cruz. You talked about doubling the left hook, and he's been effective with the left hook, which needs to double it up more.
Yeah, that's good to revisit that, because when he's in position, he could do that and hasn't done it as much maybe as he would like. And part of it is Cabrera, sometimes they will hold him before he can do it.
Yeah, and again, the ring rust from Cruz definitely is visible. I mean, because we were used to seeing a little bit more aggressive Cruz, but you know, there was times where he will give up and he'll get to the ropes and he will just try to counterpunch.
Giovanni, you gotta let him go.
Referee warning Cabrera. And sorry, Al.
No, this has been an active fight for Thomas Taylor. He's had to deal with it from both ends, some potential infractions and some real infractions.
But are there fans at home yelling at the screen in terms of what Cabrera is doing, if they're a fan, Abner, in terms of offense and defense? I mean, you laugh.
Yeah, no, it's true.
He's got to do something.
And I'm laughing because it's exactly what I'm picturing back home. People watching, like, come on, man, let him go, Cabrera.
There he does. One on cue, Mr. Valdez.
And the problem, too, is even when he does do it, the power doesn't affect.
Oh, the right and left, and there he's trying to hang on. And again, though, just when you think he's in danger, he's taking these shots, but not going down yet. A minute and a half left in the 10th. And already more than 1,000 punches thrown. Not many of the eye-catching variety except on the part of Isaac Cruz.
Nice. Cruz, it seems like he's timing that overhand right now.
I mean, what? Again, Abner, you've been in there where we can just say what we can, but the fact, is it just because of the size difference that in the leverage that he's not able to knock down Cabrera because he is landing some hard shots? Does it speak to his lack of power?
No, I think he's landing that shot. Maybe it speaks about Cabrera's chin also.
Yeah. Because, I mean, we've talked about Cruz. He has knocked folks down. He beat Eduardo Ramirez, who's a good fighter, and he's knocked out other fighters. So he's not a monstrous one-punch artist, as you point out, but he has some pop.
I was going to mention Gamboa, but Gamboa has no chin, so I don't think he'll be a good example.
And he was older when he fought him, but he has scored good knockouts, so.
And if we go back to the Tank Davis, I mean, not that he hurt Davis, but, you know, the pressure was there.
Listen for that bell, gentlemen. Time right there, gentlemen.
Here at T-Mobile Arena, T-minus next.
And you can feel the intensity in this arena building for that, and them being shown on the screen accentuated it.
Let him go, let him go, let him go. Stop. You both are, go.
It's the kind of action you can see on Showtime tonight with Bellator MMA and Rising Fighting Federation. A lot of grappling, some pummeling on the inside, but not what you're supposed to be doing in a boxing match.
Right, yeah, there it's appropriate.
Cabrera right now doing, you know, just enough to keep Cruz entertained.
Yes.
Again, punches are not that hard. He's not sitting on them, speaking of Cabrera, but again,
but if Cruz wants those big fights, if Cruz here on the co-feature of the biggest fight of the year, you want to make a statement, you want to be put back in the mix to face the likes of Gervonta Davis, is this the kind of performance that is going to get him there?
Well, you know, his father was urging him 2 or 3 rounds ago to go put him away, and it's not that he hasn't landed those big power punches. Right. He's done it, and he's hurt Cabrera in a couple instances, but sometimes it's a perfect storm of somebody having a really good chin, and maybe you just can't quite land the exact right punches. He's certainly doing enough to dominate virtually all of these rounds.
Yeah, that's really well said, Al, because, I mean, I do believe that Cruz has power in those hands, and he's landed really good shots, but again, Cabrera withstanding big shots and still fighting back. This is the 11th round, even though he's lost most of these last couple of rounds, but Cabrera's still there.
Timeout in 3. I guess referee hasn't noticed the tape on the right glove of Cabrera. There was whoa, off balance, but
no knockdown.
No knockdown.
Let's go. Good job.
Double jab from Cabrera, smothering the offense now, and Cruz.
You made a great, when you brought up the key and you went back to the double left hook, I really do think you're onto something there, Mauro, that when he's in position to do it, do you agree, Abner, that might give him enough leverage because he gets such good leverage to the body, it would extend to when he throws it to the head.
Even a blind squirrel fighting once in a while.
There you go.
30 seconds left in the penultimate round.
You are my favorite blind squirrel.
There's a left hand, and now the flick jab from Cabrera, but where's the intensity, the urgency? 15 seconds left here in the 11th. Both of these guys want to make a statement in a very tough and deep 135-pound division led by undisputed champion Devin Haney. 12th and final round is next.
And Cabrera trying to make some things happen from the outside, but then as he slipped, Cabrera attempted to try and reach out and hit him, and he realizes, no, I better not do that. He was kind of hoping for a knockdown, I think.
You're letting him get off too much. Come on, back him up and let your hands go. Yeah. All right? Yeah. Both hands, let's go. Come on.
Theo, look at me, deep breath.
Let me get some water. Let me get some water. Do not leave the decision to the judges here, okay? Don't let them decide for you. Let them not decide for you. Close strong. Let's go.
Well, Freddie Roach agrees with us. He's told Cabrera, you need to back him up and you need to let both hands go. 12th and final round. Meanwhile, Cruz's dad said, hey, you've been paying attention to the sport of boxing lately? You don't want to leave it to the judges.
Yeah. It's hard for me to imagine the idea that Cabrera can still win this fight without getting multiple knockdowns or knocking Cruz out, but you never know. And so I think probably his dad told him the right thing.
Yeah, and even that, I mean, Cruz leading up to the fight, went at the fighter meeting, he kept talking about making a statement tonight. And I think, you know, obviously, we haven't seen it.
Long
you know?
layoff.
Yeah.
And Cabrera's dimensions.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, you got to give it to Cabrera as well. And Cabrera seems that
you got to give it to his genetics because he's been taking those shots, but he's so tall that they haven't had the effect that they would have on someone more Cruz's size. But again, Cruz at 5'4", he's the shortest guy in the top 10.
Yes, but also doing enough to keep, again, I keep saying it, Cruz entertained with the flicking jab, the left, but Cruz not being not pressuring enough.
One thing you don't want to do is you don't want to cruise to the finish. And a minute 51 left in the 12th and final round. Fans here in Las Vegas anticipating the main event.
Did you make a pun there?
Me? Me make a pun?
That's earth-shattering.
1:38 left here in the 12th. And there again, left hand. And it seems like, has the air been let out of the fight a little bit here, even in the 12, you know, where it should be the most intense and urgent?
Here's the intriguing thing. Cabrera's doing a little better in round 12. In fact, he's doing a lot better than he did in the previous rounds. So it's intriguing at a moment when maybe they wanted Cruz to show the urgency to get a knockout. Cabrera is finding a little spark offensively.
It's 28 punches thrown with a minute left. Urgency, Abner, on the part of Cruz?
No, and he's telegraphing those punches. And then, like Al mentioned,
yeah, good point, Al, with the Cabrera.
Yeah, Cabrera making this round a really good round for him. Boxing like, you know, he should have been doing, I think.
Stop, no punch.
There's the left uppercut by Cabrera.
And you know, everybody going in here knew Cabrera's a tricky guy.
Yep.
He's a tough customer in a lot of different ways. So that some of that's been on display here.
And Cruz kept talking rematch Gervonta Davis, Gervonta Davis, Gervonta Davis. Hey, it's Giovanni Cabrera who's in the ring with him tonight. And as we come down to the final 10 seconds of the fight, Cruz outlanding Cabrera 164 to 104 in terms of total punches landed. The judges will decide. And Cabrera's ecstatic. He feels like he's pulled off the upset.
Well, he is a very engaging and clever fellow. So, you know, he's one of those guys that will certainly state his case, and he's lobbying a little bit here. And the numbers, Mauro alluded to some of them. You know, the power punch is 33% for Cruz. That's everything other than the jab. And the body shots, he did land 60 body shots, which is pretty good. By his standards, maybe a little bit below where he would like to be. And he kept the level that Cabrera landed low. But, you know, it would appear, if you look at that and what we saw, Cruz has probably done enough to win this decision. We would anticipate. We'll find out.
Cabrera's fourth consecutive fight with Freddie Roach of the Wild Card Gym. He saw Pitbull Cruz, trained all his life by his dad and his grandfather. We talk about their rich history in the sport. Here in Las Vegas, we await the official decision and getting set for the much-anticipated showdown between Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford. Only the fourth welterweight unification fight involving unbeaten champions. They have the most victories combined at 67-0. And now it's time for the official decision. Here is Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action, we go to the scorecards. We have a split decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Glenn Feldman scores the bout 114 to 113 in favor of Giovanni Cabrera. Judge at ringside, Don Trella sees it 114 to 113 in favor of Isaac Cruz. And judge at ringside, Benoit Roussel sees the action 115 to 112 in favor of the winner, Isaac Pitbull Cruz.
What do we say about leaving it to the judges? A scary moment there for Isaac Cruz, who improves to 25-2-1. Giovanni Cabrera tastes defeat for the first time, falling to 21-1. And as usual, some eyebrows raised at some of the scores.
Yeah, obviously the judges were seeing the fight a little differently than we did, and despite the showy shots of Cruz and all the rest, they did not go for him.
All right, let's go to Jim Gray.
All right, thank you very much. Felix de Jesus will translate for it. Isaac, congratulations on the victory. Did you feel that this was as close as the judges did on this split decision?
¿Que la pelea era tan cerca como lo vieron los jueces?
No, creo que él nunca me conectó buenos golpes y bueno, ellos son los que toman la última decisión y la gente es el mejor juez.
I mean, you know, the judges take their own decisions, but I don't feel he connected with any punches, and you know, but they are the judges. They made the decision.
We found out that he has a very, very hard head. Are you surprised that he didn't go down with any of those shots?
Vimos que tiene una cabeza dura. ¿Tú estás sorprendido que con todo ese golpe que tú le diste no se cayó?
Sí, es un muchacho de respeto. Yo siempre respeto a todos los rivales y bueno, esta noche fuimos superiores a él.
We were superior tonight, but I do respect all of my opponents, and he was very good today.
In this fight, what do you think? Well, let's put it another way. Did you feel as though this was going to be as difficult of a test as it was?
¿Tú pensabas que iba a ser tan difícil como fue esta pelea?
No, lo esperaba más suelto, pero creo que pensó que era mi cumpleaños, por tanto abrazo que me dio.
No,
was he frustrated?
He was frustrated a little bit, but I think he thought it was my birthday. So many huggings that he was giving me during the fight. He was hugging me all night.
Ryan Garcia is calling you out on Twitter. Would you like to fight Ryan next?
Ryan Garcia en Twitter dice que quiere pelear contigo. ¿Quiere pelear con Ryan Garcia?
Si la gente lo quiere y su empresa no le da miedo venir y pelear, estamos listos para brindarle una gran batalla a toda la gente.
If the people want to fight and his people want to come over on this side and have the fight, we'll do it, no problem. And if people want to see the fight, definitely.
All right, Isaac, congratulations. Thank you.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you.
All right, Mauro, back to you.
All right, Jim, Isaac Cruz picking up a victory over Giovanni Cabrera. We will look at the scores, and then I want to get Abner's take on that Ryan Garcia, Isaac Cruz potential matchup. Where would it be? 135, 140. But let's go to the scores with Al Bernstein.
Yeah, obviously the judges saw it a lot closer. Glenn Feldman felt Cabrera had done enough to win by a narrow margin, and Roussel and Trella very narrow margins relatively for Cruz. Let's take a look at the unofficial scoring of Steve Farhood. He had it much wider for Cruz at 116-111. He did have Cabrera winning that 12th round, and a lot of those close rounds apparently, the ones went in, some of the judges went to Cabrera.
Quick comment, Abner, about that call out by Ryan Garcia to Isaac Cruz. Both lost to Gervonta Davis. What do you think about a potential
I think
matchup?
after seeing the performance from Cruz,
A lot of people are going to call him out.
Yeah, a lot of people might have wanted to call him out, and Ryan Garcia one of them. But hey, will be a really interesting matchup if they do.